it what you want, yeah, call it what you want to. Tonight I join you from my living room floor. It's gonna be a really chill video. I just want to share with you part of my childhood because I found it sweet and I want this to look back on for myself as well. But welcome to tonight's video. I'm Makayla if you're new, and a big part about me is that I love to write. I'm a writer. I'm a published writer. I had my first publication when I was 19, and since then I've had 4 publications. And to top it all off, I got my undergraduate degree in English and creative writing. Writing, literature, words, it's a really big part of who I am, and I really value it and I love it so much. A few months ago, I was digging through some things. I came across this binder of mine. It is full of old poetry that I wrote, beginning with my poetry book from year 2000. I was only 5 years old, and now at 23, I'm still writing poetry books. This was really inspiring to me, and I wanted to share with you some poems that I wrote growing up. As I was going through this binder, I realized that, you know, maybe we're all destined by our talents at a young age. Maybe that creepy Netflix film, The Kindergarten Teacher, really got to me because I feel like these poems, some of them are really good for how young I was, and I'm not just saying that because I wrote it, and that's the big reason why I want to share with you, so that you can either validate that statement or put me in my place and be like, no, those are just childhood poems. I feel like I was destined since birth, or, you know, 5 years old with that first poetry book, to be a writer, to be a poet, to write, to put my thoughts on paper. Why not go back to where it all started and share with you some poems? I think they really could have gone somewhere. So in 2019, let's put it on YouTube. So stick around. I hope that you enjoy. Don't forget to leave a like because it does help. Comment down below and subscribe because we really are like one big family with lots of love to go around. It's never too late to join. All you have to do is hit subscribe. Don't forget to click the bell so you're notified every time I upload, and I always shout out the first comment on my social media, so be sure to be following me on those as well. But with all that being said, let's dive into my poetry binder. Beginning with the front cover, I have this laminated poem. I remember right before Grandparents' Day, my 3rd grade teacher wanted us all to write a poem about our grandparents. So then on Grandparents' Day, when they came to visit us at school, we had something to give them. I actually gave this to my grandma, and then after she passed, we found it in her house. I took it back. It was kind of sad, you know, but it's crazy that she kept it all those years, and it means a lot to me. So I'm just gonna take it out so that it's its own entity, and let's read Knitting by Makayla Samountry in 3rd grade. My grandma likes to knit. This takes a lot of wit. She knitted me a blanket, but I couldn't make it. Every Tuesday she takes care of me. She is as busy as can be. My grandma is special. I just think that is so sweet. The fact that I can make couplet rhymes in 3rd grade and be so honest. I'm not trying to build myself up, but I am really proud of myself being in 3rd grade and writing this about my grandma, and it means a lot that she kept it all those years. So the first poem in this binder, I am convinced was Dadaism before I even knew what Dadaism was, because look at this. My teacher told us, I remember this. Also, I wrote age 9 in the corner, so I know that I was in 3rd grade, I was 9 years old. Our teacher told us that anything can be a poem, and that really stuck to me. As long as the poet believed that it was a poem, it's a poem. So here I wrote my favorite poem. My favorite poem. I've got nice spacing and line breaks and some enjambment, and then a nice spacing at the end. I think I was just beyond my years with that modernism right there. Dadaism for sure. Look at that handwriting. It's called First Day of School. I will not go to school. I will not go to school. Mother, why is that the rule? The seats are dirty. My hair isn't curly. It's way too hot. There is no friends. When will it end? I wanted to be the best in the class, but Miss Minnie May Glass, good rhyming, has that glass and won't give up her chance. The teacher's name is Mr. Lewell. Okay, school might rule. Hey, I mean, I was really working hard to find those rhymes, even making up words. Okay, next one. The whole day through. Let's appreciate how I spelled whole. I wake up, put on my clothes, go water the garden with the great big hose. Yawn, I'm still sleepy. My little sister's first word was kitty. Oh my god, what is this? I did my morning things. I cut my bird's wings. It's going to be a great day. I think I'll go out to play. I feel like when I read these, it sounds like Dr. Seuss, so you can really tell how you are like influenced by what you're reading no matter what age. Friends at school. It's the 3rd month of school. School rules. Friends drool. Oh yes, I'm feeling depressed. There's no good friends. I want it to end. I want friends, friends, friends. The poem ends. The last line of the poem is literally, the poem ends. This is sad. I hope I had friends at the time because this is like a cry for help. I literally say I want it to end and then I'm feeling depressed. A little scary. The perfect lunch. At school, I like to trade my lunch. My mom gave me a peanut butter crunch. Who wants a peanut butter crunch for a ham and cheese sandwich? I ended up with a tuna sandwich. Then I heard Mike call, who wants a peanut butter crunch? I do. Hey, I ended up with my old lunch. I mean, I'm trying to come up with plots and humor and rhyming. Points for that, in my opinion. The clubhouse. The clubhouse me and my friends built is a great one. We built it for fun. The sides are straight, it doesn't squeak. If you spill something, it will not leak. If it was a thunderstorm, it will not shatter. Oops, the one thing we forgot was the homemade ladder. Also just remembered that I read a lot of Shel Silverstein growing up, and a lot of these concepts I can see are overlapping, which is good because even though now this is considered like plagiarism, back then I was mimicking what I was reading and influenced by and trying to do it myself. I'm proud of younger me for doing that. Learn quick is what this one's called. Mary Meg Thessens hated going to swimming lessons. She stomped her foot on the soggy, wet floor. Roar, said the teacher as she fell in the pool. A kid in her class named Matt said, cool. How do I swim? How do I swim? Then another kid in her class named Kim said, stand up. After that, she kept her embarrassment to her pup. These are really funny. Okay, I remember finding this one and just being shocked because I feel like this one is actually a poem. Just, you tell me. Also, it's not titled, so already beyond my time. Show us the way. Show us the way home. I cannot wait to grant my wish. My mother's hugs, my mother's kiss. A welcome party with cakes or pies. Maybe a present, I'm going to cry. Or maybe nothing. Nothing at all. So simple, but I definitely like put some thought into the line breaks. There is rhythm. Like I feel like this is actually a poem and I was so young. Like I said, there's a reason why I'm a poet now because I've been writing poetry for as long as I can remember. Okay, this one's funny. I also wrote this at age 9. It's called A Kid's Story for Being Late. Today I got my driver's license, even though I'm not the age. Instead of being locked in the back like you're in a cage, I got to sit in the front, feeling very smart, and I have my own cell phone. Hello, Bart. Then I got lost and drove myself way west, and that's why I'm late for the math test. Like, it's just so cute, innocent, and sweet. Like, I wanted freedom, I wanted to drive, I wanted my first cell phone. You know, back then when you're a kid, like, poetry, at least for me, was a lot of couplets and rhyming. So the fact that I was able to do that and I tried really hard to make it make sense, like, I'm proud of myself. That was a good poem for being 9 years old. This one I was also really impressed by. Is that weird to say because it's like about myself? Fall or Halloween? The leaves are falling down, 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 right onto the heavy ground. I haven't seen witches or goblins that are mean, so is it fall or Halloween? Like, that's such a deep thought, in my opinion, for a 3rd grader. You say it's clean, question mark, is the title of this poem. You say my desk is neat? Hey, I think you're pretty sweet. But no, you're wrong. My desk is not clean, my desk is not strong. There's my homework from last week, the corner has a leak, my marker cap is gone, my homework is so wrong. So you think my desk is neat? Don't worry, I still think you're sweet. Like that's a poem. There's a beginning, a middle, and an end. A list of things. There's rhyming, there's line, like this is a poem. I sound crazy because it's like about myself. If I found these poems written by a child, I would tell them, I think you're a poet. Because I think you're a poet, Makayla. This one. I actually shared this one on my Snapchat when I first found it a few months ago or whatever when I was looking through it because this is the one that blew my mind. You tell me, but I was really impressed and I was kind of shocked that I wrote this at just age 9. It's called Just a Myth. Just a myth. Deep down in the underground, which is called the underworld, some little nasty boy took some precious girl, and the little nasty boy, boy was he mean, he made the precious girl his own little queen. Like, what? If you caught on, this is the Greek myth of Persephone, I believe, where she was kept in the underworld with Hades. The fact that I took this myth that I knew and wrote a poem based on it, titled it Just a Myth, so it's like hinting at it, had rhymes, line breaks, indents, like, I'm shook. I think this is a really great poem. Do you not agree with me? This poem is the reason why I wanted to share these with you in a video. Okay, this is another one I want to share with you. It's called Dracula's Home. Again, like it looks like a poem. I've got some couplets and rhyming, but here we go. Dracula's Home. At Dracula's home, he's always alone. When somebody steps in, he'll grin his chin. Ooh, wait, we've got some enjambment. And he'll say, surprise, you are the grand prize winner to come to dinner. He's been waiting all winter to do this to you. Like, That's pretty damn good for a child. Am I wrong? I think out of all of these poems in this binder, the biggest thing that I'm realizing is how grateful I am that I had a 3rd grade teacher that pushed me creatively to write poetry. The fact that these were assignments, she encouraged us to write, and we all had to write something. So the fact that I was able to choose poems and write poems, and she encouraged me and helped me as a writer, it probably had major effects on me and my writing skills to this day, and it all stems from early childhood development, in my opinion. I am beyond thankful for the teachers that I had growing up that helped me write like this. All these thoughts are my own, but I wouldn't have been writing those if I wasn't told to write poetry. You know, if it wasn't part of an assignment or an option during our writing time. The last thing in this binder, again in the back slip, was this blank book that I have. If anyone remembers these, this is from when A Series of Unfortunate Events was still pretty popular, you know, before the TV show and movies came out. All I have right here in the front, it says My Poems by Makayla Samountry. My handwriting looks about the same as it did in the binders, so I'm sure it's around the same time at, you know, age 9 or so. Just wanted to share some of these with you as well. This one is definitely inspired after The Series of Unfortunate Events. It took me so long to figure out what this even said because look at how I spelled fortune. Stealing children's fortune might be kind of fun, but when the police start chasing, you might want to run. Simple as that. I think writing poems are as easy as that. That's everything that I'm going to be sharing with you from my poetry binder on poems that I wrote when I was age 9 that I believe deserve a little bit of attention. I hope that you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and comment down below. Do you agree? Like, if you read any of these poems and knew that a 9-year-old wrote them, do you think that there is some talent in that? Do you think that as children, our destiny is already starting to be like written out, no pun intended? And that's a whole other topic too of, do you believe that everything is pre-planned and destiny and fate, or do you believe in luck and that we create our own path? I see this and I think, wow, even at age 9 or age 5 with that poetry book, I was a writer and I knew I was going to be a writer and I like to write. It's crazy that now at 23, I write and get paid for it sometimes. I've bought my own writing at Barnes & Noble, and it all starts from this, you know, it all starts from that pure innocent place of just writing those simple poems, trying to find those rhymes and ideas that I had at such a young age. It makes me feel like warm and happy inside and just sweet, because all I ever want to do is take care of my younger self and carry her with me through my adult life and treat her with kindness, because children are precious. They deserve to be protected and cared for. If I saw a child writing like this, I would tell that child that they are special and that they are talented and to keep writing, because I believe that they might be a writer. That's all I have to say. But thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you didn't mind this like laid back style vibe that I have going on tonight. I just wanted to make this video, like I said, for myself and have it be super chill. If you did like this, I have a ton more poems, some that I've recently written that aren't like this at all, that I could share with you soon. So just comment down below if you want to see that at all. But I'm gonna go. I'm actually heading to my boyfriend's place, so yeah, okay. I will see you guys very soon with a new video. Bye! I'm laughing with my lover, making forwards undercover.